Good morning, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I'm back to work on the Sweet Scented Perfume journal. First I want to show you my rose avocado dyed papers. Some did rip, some are very light, some are extremely dark. I dry mine in the sun. It makes a big difference on how faded they get. Excuse me a minute. Okay, I'm back. It makes a big difference on how much they fade and how bright they stay. So, I won't, there, see, like this one, it was on the bottom of the pile of papers and layers, and it was the base one. So you can see it didn't fade very much until I had to just put it out in the sun for a little bit to get it to dry. My fingernails still have avocado dye in them. Some turned out very rustic looking, very terracotta, and some are just very light and very pretty, very interesting. Some have, you can see the double layering of different tablecloths that I put on it. Now this one, to blur it just slightly, I moved it just a little bit, and that creates kind of a blurry effect in the shadowing of your coffee dyes. I don't know if you can see that, but it just gives a little blurring to it, and it's just a tiny fraction of movement that you do, and it creates that. Now you have to want to take time to do that. Here I had something sitting on top of the tablecloths because the wind was blowing. So I set probably my spray bottle down there. And yeah, here's another one. Oh no, that's just a circle. Going the other direction. See, this was two different tablecloths. Here's one hanging over this one, and then here's this design. That one's very light on one side and very dark on the other. So this one was also on the bottom layer, and this is the edge that I had to dry last. So this stayed, this was this color. It faded to a light pink in the sunshine. It was out there maybe a total of 5 minutes because it was really warm the other couple days ago in the afternoon, and they dried instantly. So, and the way I got the lace on the back of these is I always put a base layer of a tablecloth down on my table out there, and then they pick up the little bits from that. Then when I turned it over, I put another lace on top of it, and because the sun is beating down on it, it won't fade the parts that are hidden, but anywhere there's a hole in the tablecloth, it will fade. So yeah, just different things. This one of my tablecloths has some lumps in it for some reason, and so it creates damage to the page. It's okay, it'll go in a grunge journal. It might go in this one. We don't have our pages made yet. So anyway, I have a whole slew of those. Probably more than enough to make this journal if we wanted to do all this color. It's a lot of pink. I think I'll just interdisperse it throughout. And then, of course, I had to do some envelopes. And I did the kind that we made items with the other day. These media, they're microfiche. Microfiche. Yeah, microfiche cards. They go in these. Microfilm system. Some of them come unglued. They're very old. But fun to use for something like this. Some I managed to throw lace on top of. Yeah. So that's those. I have a whole slew of them. Put those over there. Then I did some CD cases. Now these, I don't know, on the windows, you know, they get kind of foggy from getting wet, and then you dry them in the sun and they totally wrinkle. So I don't know if I'm going to leave this like that. I don't know if I'm going to try and wash the windows out. Might just remove them. I don't know yet. Have not decided. Now, many of these did not pick up the lace on top at all. Who knows why? Maybe because the plastic is under there. But they all had lace on top. You can see it back here though, but just not on the front. So, a few of those. And then I did these. These are the picture cards that you can get at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and different places. You can slip a picture in there, and then you can write your invitation on the inside. So they do get kind of wrinkly. I've had them sitting under some heavy items here, and they're still not flat. So, but they're kind of interesting. I mean, look, the color went clear through. So I thought that was cool. And this one. What I find really interesting is that it picked up the lace in here. I didn't put the lace in here, but it's just this printed right there as it was baking in the sun. If you bake in the sun though, you don't have to leave it very long in the sun. Just a note there. So I did several of those. And that was all for my adventure for the day. So, we do need some pockets for our journal. I wonder if we could use something like this for that. I don't know if I want to use these. But we could almost make some, you know what? Let's see. So, it's a piece of paper. This is cut out. And then this is folded over here and glued in the back. And then this is the rest of the paper. Okay, so we'll see if we can mimic this one today. Why not? Let me find some background paper. Or not. One paper I know that we can use is this one. Although it has some beautiful things on it. I just know that this probably can't be used much in the journal, other than, well, it could be a flip over page or something. But I do know that it could be used as a card. Although the back of that is very nice. Let's look at the background papers. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Where did they go? That's my second kit. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Where did it go? Oh, I think I find it. I think I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, so we have some blue. Bluey green. Ooh, look at that. And we have these. That's very pretty, isn't it? Inside would be pink and outside would be blue, or vice versa. Same way here. That's very pretty. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty. This would be real pretty if you had the frame here in the front. Then you could, I'll bet this is longer than 12 inches. Let's see. Oh, well, if we did ours 4 inches, 4, 8, 12, we could still get the right amount of folds. I think we'll use this one. Okay, we're going to make some of these today. So, I'm showing you this because what if you do not have one of these? How can you help? How can you follow along? Well, we'll make one. Now these are 5.5 inches tall. So first let's make that cut. I'm going to make this my top. So I'm going to go this way. And what did I say? 5.5? 5.5. Okay. 5.5. There we go. And then we have another one we need to do at 5.5. And I want this part, I think. No, I want that. I want that pretty scroll in there. So let's go 5.5. Might as well make 2 while we're at it. And then we have a pretty little strip. And it's going to walk off to the side. Nope, it's going to walk on that side. It's going to walk on the wild side. And now we are going to score this. And the other one too. My scoreboard. And we are going to score them at, what did I say? That's 4, we're going to make them 4 inches wide. Okay. 4 and 4. And then that leaves us the rest. Okay. Now, how do we fold it? We fold it this way to there. Now they folded theirs this way, and they glued it in there. But what I can see happening is that's going to interfere. So we're actually going to fold it this way. And we're going to press it down. And if we have this little bit of a gap here, that's okay. We can put a little lace along that edge. This album, or this journal, is definitely sure that it has lace on it. So let's do 4 and 8. Now, let's see. This is going to go there. And this is going to go here. Isn't that funny? Now, this time it's too long on this edge. So if that's the case, then you can just trim that piece off. And it just about matches up over there. Scoreboards are not known for their exactness at all. So, now what we want to do is figure out how we're going to get that frame in there. Now, if you have a die cutting machine, this would be a good place to use that and cut that out. One thing that we have, though, most of us, is our top tar ink. So you could use the top to your ink and trace around it. It even has a nice little curve on this one. And what else could we use? Our cell phone. And then move it. And we could just use a ruler to measure it out completely. If you have one of these, you could take it apart. Back in here. That's where it's glued. And you could use that. But what shall we use? You and I. Well, I am prone to using rulers. Just because that way I can get the right distance from each edge. Like this one. It is, what about, I don't know, half an inch? 9/16 from each edge. Well, no, because that one's 5/8. So they're all a little different, actually. That one's 5/8. And that one is 5/8. So they intended 5/8 inch all the way around it. So we could do that. Why not? So if you just have a ruler, find your 5/8 or your half inch, whatever. 5/8 is, you know, where you have your half and your 3/4. Your 5/8 is that one right between those. So there's that line. And there's that one. So we would draw our little line there between those two. Doesn't look right. And then we would go down here and do the same thing. Half inch would be easier, honestly. So let's do our 5/8 inch over here. And here. Draw our line. Oh gosh, I can't see where I put it. There it is. With all this writing on the page, all the script, it's hard to see anything. Draw a line. Then, from this edge, we want to do 5/8. So line that up. Put your mark. Line that up. Put your mark. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. Okay. And one more. Five eighths from the edge of that loop. And I'm using the edge of the top piece. There's one, there's two. Ooh, that looks very crooked, Angela. Okay. Then I would open it up and show it to you upside down. And I would get my blade knife, or if you have an X-Acto knife, that works. I use a razor knife. And I would say, okay, we're going to cut that from there to, and draw a little line out the side here where you're going to stop so you can see where you should stop. Otherwise, you're hiding your line. I am hiding my line. I am doing that. But that way you know where to stop with your knife. See, now this time I'm not hiding my line. I can see it. I better cover this because remember what I did. I stuck my arm in that, or stuck the item in it yesterday. Sheesh, that was not very smart. Okay, so I'm going to need to draw a little line over here and over here so I know where to stop with my knife. Start and stop. Start and stop. Start and stop. So, how good did I do? Oh, looky! A beautiful little journal card. Okay, now we will erase our lines, but the first thing that I'm going to do, and you know, I don't know how you feel about it, but I want to put a gusset in over here because I like them to have room in the pocket. And I'm just going to use this spare piece of paper that I have, even though it's probably going to show. But I'm going to start by gluing it onto this side. Don't know where my other scissors are. I'm going to glue it there and over here. These are probably my sewing scissors. You think? They might be. Okay. I'm not too worried about the white showing on the inside, but if you are worried about that, just get your pink and rub it in there. Nobody will know. And there you go. Okay. Started down here towards the bottom. I think this is the bottom. I'm not really sure yet. I'll have to look. Okay, let's peek. Yeah. top, bottom. Okay. Now, I could put one here in the bottom as well, but I'm not sure. Do we need it? You know, we might need it because if you don't have it, then you don't have as much space down there. Oh, and they did put one. See? I don't know if you can see that, but how did I do that? They did put a gusset in there. Or they made this page a little longer on the bottom. And then they cut the pieces off around it. What did they do here? Oh, look at that. There's a gusset in there too. Okay, we're on the right track then. Yay us! We have this extra little piece. We're going to cut it to size. Don't worry, I have more sewing scissors if this is a sewing scissor. But it must not be because I'm looking over at my sewing machine and there are sewing scissors over there. Several pair. So, who knows? We're just going to use this like this. We're going to slip that in there. Like, okay, let's see. Okay, that's the top. Yes, this is the bottom. Yes. Okay. So, we are learning to recreate things that you might not own. Had I have not bought that, I would not really know how they did it, to be honest with you. So, now I'm glad I bought it for that reason, because now I don't have to buy any more. Okay. Now, we don't need to gusset this side because it's going to have its own pre-made gusset there. So let's, before we glue that down, let's get this paper, pencil lines off of the paper. A lot of times I will buy a product so that I can recreate it, just because it makes it cheaper in the long run if it's something that you're going to, you know, maybe make a lot of. If it isn't, then buying a pack of 6 or 12 is a good idea. But I like to know how things are made. So I guess that I love watching those shows. How is it made? Don't know. Show me. I love watching how they make paint. And thread is another one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. It's so incredible how they do the threads and the paint. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you haven't watched how to make paint videos, the big companies, you know, or the art companies, you just gotta put it in YouTube and go see, because it is so awesome. In fact, I might watch one today. They're short. They're not nearly long enough because you'd like to just sit and watch them forever. Okay, let's fold this over. I'm going to start up at my top part. And there we go. We now have made a fold over photo frame pocket. And isn't that beautiful? So, when we put this in our journal, and I will have to make 4 of these because apparently I'm doing 4 signatures, you know. So this one I think I'm going to put upright because I need to put a tag in. So I'm going to glue it on this page right now. I think I'll bring it up a little bit away from the bottom. Now I could have cut these areas off. I chose not to on this project I'll probably cover them maybe with sewing or something. If I don't sew it, I do have a stamp that has sewing lines on it. I got it at Amazon. It was cheap. I haven't even tried it, I don't think. Yeah, well, there's just all kinds of things you can do. Okay, so this is going to be a pocket for a tag. You might even make the tag today. Okay, I'm going to move it over towards the opening side. I was going to start there, and then I thought, no. So it's up a little ways and over towards the opening. And then the biggest and hardest part is kind of lining that up, you know, because you want it to be kind of lined up. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And when it dries, we'll have a pocket back there, but I don't want to disturb it right now. Let's let that dry and let's make our second pocket. Now, this is where this part's going to be. I should have copied it, huh? But I wonder, this is smaller, but why couldn't we have a smaller one and put one of these in there? Okay, so this is going to go this way. And I think I'm just going to use this time to cut my piece out. And then we can have some little flowers and stuff down here. And this makes it easy because now we can just trace. So the hardest part is lining it up, really. Okay, we're going to take our chances. See? That will work. And find the ruler. Let's see. Now if I use the ruler that's clear, this one I got from scrapbookingwithme.com. And it's see-through. See that? Isn't that cool? I love that. And I'll get my blade knife. Oh, it's even out for me. Don't tell anybody I left it open. Okay, now the hard part for me is going around that edge. But really, if you move the paper instead of the knife, it'll work a lot better. I guess you don't really even... Oh! Assuming that we don't like to play with rulers, Carol. Ooh! The only thing I don't like about doing it this way is I'm the type of person that would actually get my hand in the way. And then I would cut myself. It's just what I do. It's not because I intend to do that. It just happens to me all the time. I'm a perpetual finger cutter. I'm just not careful because I'm thinking way out there ahead of myself, and I just don't think about what happens immediately. It's like getting ready to go on a trip. I'm thinking about all the things that could go wrong first. And then when we're heading out on the trip, I'm thinking about when we get there, what's all the things that can go wrong? So I've forgotten then about what I was worried about originally. And then I'm worrying about other things. It's crazy. Who does that? Probably all of us, huh? I can't be the only one. Oops. Cut the angle correct. That helps. Okay. I wasn't going to make 2 of these. Not on film, but that other one really needed to dry. Script. Okay, upward. Why am I pointing that away from myself? I'll point it towards myself so I can see it. Sheesh. Gotta take good care of us. Now I need another piece of paper right there. I must have a scrap. Scrap paper. No. I don't think I have one that's large enough. That one's too thin. We've used most of what I've had as scraps already. And that's too small. So, back to that spare piece of paper I had. Let's make another hinge. This is just the paper I picked out that I thought could kind of go with this to make these hinges or gussets. And so, here we are. Don't put it on the top. That would be not good. So slip that in there. Come over here. Draw a line. Top and bottom if you need to. Chomp chomp. One this way. And one that way. I've got to get used to doing my clock again. I don't know if I started it or if it's just going from yesterday. I don't know. Might have started it. Sometimes I just forget and leave it running. I come in and time has really gotten away from me. But this says 16 minutes, so are we about 16 minutes? It feels like we've been longer. Okay, so let's close this guy up and we'll have another one. Now if you wanted to put a little thumb notch in, you could. I'm not going to. Okay, let's close that. Let's seal the top so that we can get the rest of it fairly even. My window is a little wonky, but I think it's okay. Okay, now I do need to cut that off a little bit because it's just open. It's just a little too long for me. There we go. Look at that. Okay, where'd the other one go? Oh, it's over here drying. And see, now it looks crooked to me. But we still have a window. So I did forget to ink it up. I do think I like this one better. Let me slip a piece of paper in there so that you can see what we really have. Oh, look at that. It's a little crooked. It's all right. I don't know if this won't fit. Oops. Oops, I almost sealed it shut, you guys. Goodness. Almost sealed it shut right there too. Good thing I opened it. So there we go. There is the two that we made. So let's decorate one up, the one we got on the page, I suppose. I'm going to leave that in there for right now so I can just kind of get a feel for what it looks like. We could take this little guy that was over here and put it on this card, like assuming that we were thinking about, you know, putting one of these in. We could find a picture of that other woman and the other woman. We could put a picture of Perfume in here. Let's see. So it looks like a love letter, doesn't it? How beautiful. We do need to put a piece of journaling spot down there. Gosh, it's just so pretty, isn't it? Just very pretty. This would be pretty on there. I need to make a picture of that. Isn't that nice? That would be pretty down there. Be pretty with a piece of embroidered stuff inside. Okay, okay. Concentrate, Ange. Don't lead your channel astray by running off with ideas. Okay. I'm trying to get to my little basket. And I want something on these. I need to find something different. Now, I was thinking that, do you remember there were some words in here? Oh yeah, here. Oh, that one would go up there. Greetings. I don't want greetings. There's memories. That's too big. Too many memories. Ooh. That one advertises the perfume. Happy Rose. I gotta take this coffee dyed paper, colorful paper out of there. Otherwise I'm going to ruin it. That's the greetings. That's her. Could put her in there. No, we can't. Doesn't look right. She would be pretty. But she's round. She's very round. But we could actually use it to stuff things into. Oh, maybe I was looking for something like this. I like that better. Memories. And this one's thinner. And we could have dreams down here. Dream, not dreams. I've been having a dream. I don't know about you guys, but I have the strangest dreams. Sometimes. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that would be pretty in there. And we have these. I think I like the idea of putting one of the cards back in there. Oh, that's pretty. I'm wasting time, huh? Sorry. I don't mean to be a time waster. I tried to hurry, but I have so many ideas I want to show you. That one is like a deck of cards, isn't it? Okay. The other thing we have were these little wood ones. Amazing and happiness. Oh. They would be so thick in the journal, though. I think I'd like to use them. I'm going to drill little holes in them, I think, and make dangles for the journal. That's what I think I'll do. I don't want to put this lady in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I kind of do like the screen paper in there. So I think I'll cut it off. Just because it's a solid, and it actually might look fairly good with the peak. Okay, so we need it to be like a tag on top of some kind, but I'm going to use the file folder to do that. And I'm going to scoot that over. And I think I'll go this way. So I made this even with the top. I'm drawing in that little first lump. And then I'm going to give it a nice big tab up there. And I'm going to go down this way, like this. Okay, I'll cut that out first. And then I'm going to come back and see how long it really needs to be. How many times do I have to start that? Wow. A lot. I'm going to just clip these corners just slightly. Okay. Now we want that sticking up and we want this sticking down. So here we go. We're going to try that one. I'll use the cutter for this. I need to get out my little cutter. Little chopper one. Chop, chop. Like that. Okay, let's try it. Nope. Now let's try it. Perfect. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I think I'll put this one with the green perfume because it is so pretty with this green in the background. And little bits of green in there. Perfect. Okay. I think we'll use the espresso ink. But not the pink, just the ink. Oh, I should have gone around it with some... Maybe I'll go around it with some pink. I don't know. Why not? Just a little. Just a tiny bit. A shadow. Don't have to worry about the back because I'm going to glue it down. Right on here. Just like that. I know it's so simple. Okay, so how many ever signatures you're going to put in? You might want to make one of these for each signature, or maybe you want to make two and put one on the back page. But I'm not going to do that for this one. For this one, I'm going to wait and see what we do next for that back page. Okay, now I did get some ink on that edge. So, can I erase it? Probably not. And that was because my glue was showing. My glue was showing. It's kind of like your slip showing, but it's not your slip, it's your glue. My glue shows. Will you please help me tuck that in? Do you ever have that problem? I don't know. You know, do people even wear a slip now? I don't know. If I was in a dress, I'd still put on a slip because I wouldn't want it. I'd wear nylons too. See, that's just me. You might not do that, but I would because that's what I'm used to. I'd do the nylon thing and... You know, if I was just out in a sundress, no, I might not. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm going to go around this with the pink. I'm not going to stick it in the brown. I am too. I'm too going to stick it in the brown. I'm going to prove myself wrong. Okay, so we're finishing up our little tag here. And I'll probably decorate that top with something. I might just put little things in it and then pull a ribbon between them. Don't know. Probably see that part when we come back. Oh, how pretty. Yeah, it definitely needs a ribbon of some kind right there. And now we need a tag in the background. Oh, goodness. But I don't want it to be the same thing. What I want is some really pretty paper back there. I can cut some of these out and back it. Why not? Why can't we just make that one of the tags? Or two of those as the tag. We could. We could find a row of them. That would be this first one. I don't know. I don't know what to do. If we were going to do this, we might put it right here and slice it like that. Then we might come over here and slice it again. Now we've made a big, big tag. I'm going to take this piece off the bottom. And then we're going to measure how far it needs to come out of the pocket. Oh, I think my pocket has extra glue in it. Okay, let's say right there. Okay, I probably want this to be the top. We have this and that, so probably not. Okay, so I think what we'll do is cut it off right here. And that can be a journaling card somewhere else. And then you need to, well, this has to get backed with something. I had some extra. We could use this. Yeah, let's do. And then we'll cut our corners on it. Go through the middle. Go around the edges. And you could sew around these. I love to sew, but I look at the whole thing and I think, gosh, if I start sewing, I have to sew everything. And then I don't like it as well. If I think about having to sew everything. But a lot of people like them. And I do. I love them sewing, but... Okay. Let's bring that trimmer back over. Our glue out of our way. Now I don't really want to cut into the I'm going to be gentle because I don't want it to tear where the wet glue is. Okay, so there we go. There's that part. And I think when it gets dry, I'd like to make the do the scallop on there. There. See, like that. Yeah, that works. didn't like it right there, but okay. So there we go. There's a nice little tag to go into our nice little pocket. There we go. And where did that word go? Don't know. I don't know what I did with it. I kept the greetings. So here's Dream, or here's Dream. I like it better up here, don't you? Do we want it like this? I kind of like that. What do you think? That looks kind of cool. And then maybe a little yellow flower down here. This one's a flat one. This one is one of those little heavy-duty ones. Yeah. I think we'll do that because we have these up here. That would give us this one down here. Okay. I need to finish. Need to finish, need to finish. I don't want to hold you very long. Okay. And we can't go over this edge because then this would not open. So I'm glad I thought of that. And I don't want to glue it down inside here or up here. Okay. Same way with this. We don't want to glue it to the card, just to this piece. I do want to go around the edges. And then maybe make some pink leaves back here. There we go. Yep, I like that. Okay. So there we go. A pretty simple piece. The biggest part was making the frame, and you saw how easy that was. And you can make it out of beautiful paper if you make your own, so that's kind of cool. Now we need a writing paper on the inside here. So I think I'll use this one. And we'll cut it off right here. So beginning to end on a pocket there, huh? Not bad. And it's already on the page. I just need to make a different pocket for on the back. But that won't be today. And I've turned this over to the lighter side so that you could print on it or write on it much easier. Makes for a very nice journaling spot. So there we go. You might want to decorate these things up a little bit, put a tag on them. This one definitely needs a tag. Some color up there. You might want to add a few roses here and there as tag toppers. That would be pretty. Just coat the back with your ink, and there you go. It's that simple. Okay, let me know how it goes. So there is our window pocket, our frame, our picture frame pocket, and journaling spot, and tag spot, made from one of these, which is a Hobby Lobby or Michael's card pack. These come with envelopes, by the way. Mine, you have to make your own envelope. So there you go. I hope you had a nice time working on that with me, and I hope you'll come back and make some more goodies with me. So here's this one. So let's scoot all that out of the way. And that's what we have. Whoops. Straighten up. Yeah, there we go. So, thank you for joining me today, and I really hope you had a good time. I hope that you picked up something new and that you'll come back again. And don't forget, before you leave, click the thumbs up for me. Thumbs up. And be a subscriber. I'd love to have you along. I have a lot of great content. Just a little unknown, but I do have good content. I do talk a lot. That might be my downfall. And what else? I find it difficult to make a short video because I like to show you all the little details. Okay, even not showing you what I want to do there is very hard. So I gotta go, or I'll be showing you, and then we'll be here an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.